Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We continue with the new definition, components and structure of the ecosystem. Every ecosystem, complete ecosystem, irrespective of its size, shape, location, has two major and essential components. Abiotic component or parts, biotic parts. So biotic and abiotic, living or non-living, these are the two parts which every ecosystem must have. Otherwise it would not be a complete ecosystem, it may become incomplete. Abiotic factors we have been discussing in the past few slides, that non-living part of the environment, physical, chemical environment factors, nutrients, water, soil, light, temperature, wind, air, gases, and other non-living substances make the abiotic part. Plants, animals depend on abiotic factors for various obvious reasons. Plants synthesize food in the presence of light. Without light, plants cannot survive. In the absence of plants, all consumers might not have survived. No life would have been possible. Abiotic components. Abiotic components are non-living part consisting of three major groups of factors. Edaphic factors, that means soil factor, soil type, features, moisture, air, porosity, parent material, rock. Climatic factors, all those factors which are related to the climate, like temperature, light, rainfall, humidity, wind, solar radiation, these are climatic factors. Topographic factors means size of the rock, distribution, aspect, valleys, these are topographic factors. Soil is necessary for needs like living spaces, shelter, growth medium for plants and microbes. The chemical and physical nature of the soil affects the growth, distribution, limitation, availability of the abiotic parts of the ecosystem. The amount, type, intensity, duration of precipitation, such as rainfall, snowfall, humidity, govern the growth, spatial distribution, altitudinal distribution, latitudinal distribution of the living organisms. Abiotic factors. Various abiotic factors are necessary, must, for the survival of the organism, and for that matter for the survival of the ecosystem. The quality of water, air is important ecological factors affecting the biotic part. Without oxygen, light, water, solar, heat, life may not have existed. Abiotic substances are essential component of every ecosystem and its component associated organisms. Biotic factors include all kinds of organisms living on the earth, ranging from a tiny bacteria to huge large animals like elephants, rhinos, and trees like pines, sequoias. Living organisms are classified into three types on the basis of their habits or trophic status. So, one is the producer, which, as the name indicates, they produce food. They are photosynthetic green plants. They are producers. They are also called autotrophs because they are capable of producing food for themselves. They are self-nourishing. They fix and convert light energy into simple inorganic substances to build more complex biomass. The producers range from tiny unicellular algal cell to multicellular tall sturdy sequoias and pines. Chemosynthetic producers are bacteria which chemically chemosynthesize the food material, prepare their food themselves. Soil microbes do not use light energy. Without producers, the ecosystem might have collapsed due to starvation, deficiency of food. Consumers would have not existed there without production of food. Consumers, as the name, they are the organism and ecosystem which keep on consuming the prepared food material. They cannot synthesize their food. They are called consumers, heterotrophs. They feed on food synthesized by plants. Parasitic plants, devoid of chlorophyll, entirely depend upon the host plants, are also consumer. Cuscuta is one such example. Consumers are further divided based on their position in the food chain. All consumers do not utilize the same material, but they have different status levels where consumers are present. Primary consumers, herbivores. All those animals, whether small or large, they are termed primary consumers because they utilize plants. All grazing animals, including insect, larvae, fishes, cattle, goat, sheep, elephant, which directly utilize plants, their parts such as fruits, leaves, roots, twigs are called primary consumers or herbivores. Therefore, all plant feeding animals are herbivores. Secondary consumers or primary carnivores. So these herbivores like goat, sheep, fishes, they are eaten by other animals. All those animals preying upon the herbivores. So those organisms, those consumers which utilize herbivores as a food or primary carnivores or secondary consumers. For example, an eagle preying upon a herbivore bird or bird feeding upon a caterpillar or larvae are primary carnivores or secondary consumers. Lion, cheetah, leopard, hunting deer or goats are secondary consumer for primary carnivores. Third level comes tertiary consumers. That is, this is the third level secondary consumer. Animals which prey upon the primary carnivores are called tertiary consumers, or they are also sometimes called secondary carnivores. A chicken feeds upon plants, which is herbivore, which is taken by cat, which is a primary carnivore, and the cat might become prey to tiger, falcon, or secondary consumer. Caterpillars, insect feeding upon plants, become prey to birds. Birds might be caught by falcons, eagle, or shikra, etc. So this is the chain which has been formed. Tertiary consumer, another example, let me give you another example, is that of insectivorous birds, which become prey to eagle or kites. Zooplanktons are animals, aquatic animals. They feed upon phytoplankton, small unicellular, especially algal organisms. So zooplankton feed on phytoplanktons. They are primary consumer. Small fishes feed on zooplankton, and then zooplankton become feed of large fishes, or birds are higher up. Zooplanktons are herbivores. Small fishes are primary carnivores, and large fishes are secondary carnivores. Man feeding on fishes, ducks, is a tertiary carnivore. Omnivores, ओमनिवोर्स उसे हम कहेंगे जो सब चीज़ें खाता है, हर किस्म के फीड खाता है. दे आर एग्जाम्पल इन एनिमल इंक्लूडिंग मैन feed on both plants and animals as their food. Such organisms are called omnivores. Many birds like house sparrow, hen, peacocks, plants utilize plants, seeds, fruits, insects, animals as their feed, thereby occupying a status of an omnivore. Man is omnivore organism as he eats everything from plants, all kinds of fruits, grains, algae, fungi, lichens, birds, goat, snakes, frogs, Many other primary, secondary, and tertiary producers are eaten by man. So man is a omnivorous. Coming to a third category of consumers, which actually decompose the organic matter. Organic matter is produced by plants, animals, by all kind of plants, all kind of animals. So they decompose, they degrade this organic matter to release the minerals. They are also called saprophytes or saprotrophs or detritivores. Such organisms feed on dead organic matter deposited later deposited by plants and animals. They run biogeochemical cycling of nutrients. Every biogeochemical cycle has a specific group of bacteria or microbes to complete different steps within that cycle. So they cause decomposition of organic matter, change them into simpler form. And this organic matter is broken down to available nutrients in the soil, in the environment. In the absence of decay, accumulation of organic matter might have occurred that decreases soil fertility and create filthy, unhygienic conditions. Absence of decay organism process results in nutrient deficiency in the ecosystem. If organic matter is there, producers are there, consumers are there, and if the soil is poor in decomposer, just as in deserts, so deficiency of the nutrients occurs. Decomposer release nutrients such as phosphorus, nitrogen, sulfur, potassium, carbon through decay of organic matter. Heterotrophic organisms are subdivided into biophages, organisms consuming other living organisms, and saprophages, organisms feeding on the dead organic matter. Where will you place man in a food chain? Because man feeds on plants, their products, fruit, grains, pulses, vegetables, shoots, roots, chicken, their eggs, various kinds of domesticated wild birds, all kinds of fishes, prawns, lobsters, eels, aquatic birds. Non-Muslim even feed on frogs, toads, snakes, monkeys, porcupine, lizards, huge marine animals like whales and sharks, insects like caterpillars, grasshoppers, and many more. These are and many more are the feed of the man. So tell me where you would place him. Thank you very much once again. I request you to share, like, and subscribe it, and to send it to your friends, colleagues. Thank you very much.